Keir Starmer has been suspended, sparking further political tension as he dramatically walked out of Parliament. Meanwhile, controversy is growing over the Labour government's decision to extend asylum hotel contracts by 4 years, despite their election manifesto promising to shut them down and crack down on illegal migration. This unexpected policy shift has triggered widespread backlash, with critics accusing Labour of backtracking on its commitments and failing to deliver on key pledges. The issue gained attention during a debate in the House of Lords when Conservative MP Henry Byron Davies pressed the government on its approach to illegal migration and the ongoing use of asylum hotels. Instead of providing a clear response, Labour officials attempted to shift the blame onto the previous Conservative government. Labour had campaigned on a firm commitment to closing asylum hotels, which have been a contentious issue due to their high cost to taxpayers and the burden they place on local communities. Many believed this promise would lead to immediate action, yet the government has now chosen to extend the contracts, raising questions about whether they have a viable alternative for housing asylum seekers. During the House of Lords debate, Labour's response did little to reassure critics. When asked about the progress in shutting down asylum hotels, a government minister vaguely stated that some closures had taken place but failed to provide exact numbers, only confirming that the closures were in the low teens. In an attempt to deflect criticism, the minister blamed the previous Conservative government, claiming Labour had inherited the asylum crisis. He pointed to Labour's recent efforts in removing 19,000 people with no legal right to remain in the UK and addressing illegal working cases, but failed to outline a specific strategy for eliminating asylum hotels as promised. Labour's handling of the situation has intensified scrutiny, with many arguing that after being in power for a significant period, the party can no longer shift responsibility to its predecessors. Political analysts have pointed out that extending asylum hotel contracts by 4 years directly contradicts Labour's manifesto promise, leading many to call it a betrayal of voters who expected immediate action on illegal migration and asylum reform. On social media, backlash has been fierce, with critics accusing Labour of misleading the public and having no real plan to resolve the crisis, instead prolonging the issue at the taxpayers' expense. The controversy has reignited discussions about Labour's credibility, with some questioning whether the party has become the most hypocritical government in UK history. Critics argue that Labour has made bold promises on migration control and asylum reform but has failed to follow through. The decision to extend asylum hotel contracts has fueled public frustration, with growing calls for Labour to be held accountable for its policy reversals. With mounting pressure, Labour faces increasing demands to address the asylum crisis effectively and restore public trust. The suspension of Keir Starmer, combined with the growing outrage over the government's policy shifts, has intensified criticism, leaving Labour under fire as they struggle to defend their actions.